Welcome all back to Caves of Qud. I know in like, my past little, musing video that I want to jump back in this game to show off the Truekin. And, well, I was going to play John Chapters out the gates, but that game's being kind of crashy and such, so I'm going to have to wait for it to be updated, I guess. Again. I'm waiting for that game to be updated for quite a while, but whatever. Alright, so basically at this point, here's a Truekin. These guys are a little bit harder to play than like the mutated human that you basically saw in like my other playlist. And they basically have a few bonuses that make them like good later on. Like they get higher starting attributes, they get higher access to cybernetics. They basically get some skill point bonuses or instances to, based on their archaeology of origin, robots and stuff like that. So let's start with one of these guys here. So I'll note that I actually have a couple ideas for what to want to build for these guys. I figure I probably want to keep it kind of simple. So, for the first, Truekin I'm going to play here, we're going to go with a guy with 21 strength. He's going to have 18 agility. He's going to have 18 toughness. 16 intelligence. He's going to have 18 will. And the rest is going to go in his ego. Now, I'll note that with, Truekin, they don't have mutations, so ego's only really useful to basically haggle with other merchants and stuff like that. So that's why the egos can be pretty low on these guys compared to say the mutants, which basically might want to have high ego. But anyhow, let's choose a caste. So unlike the mutants, these guys actually have true human caste. They're basically from a few enclaves of the world that basically have non-mutated humans. And I figured for the first guy we're gonna go here, we're gonna go with the Child of the Hearth. So the Child of the Hearth is basically a guy who gets a bonus to strength. He basically gets access to heavy weapons and cudgels and slams like that. So basically this guy's gonna be a nice melee fighter. And that's what we're gonna go for. We're gonna get ourselves an air current microsensor. And as you can see, basically this is something you can put on your guys. There's one for the head, and there's one for the body. Basically, near the fuming God Sea, where the seawater crashes into the sunrock and erupts into metallic vapor, a labyrinth of volcanic grottos form a dimensionless space where the utility of sight wanes. For the children of the deep, new senses wax in its stead. And basically, the idea of this is it lets you basically see where up and downstairs are, which basically makes it, transitioning between levels a lot easier for me to do. I think we're going to go with it on the head, though, so let's do that. I forget specifically how to play these guys, so whatever, but we'll put this guy on his head. So here's my character. There's his stats. His final stats are going to be 24 strength, so lots of ability to hit stuff. He's a Truekin. He's Child of the Hearth. Humanoid. And we're just going to get this underway, I guess. Now, I started in Joppa last time, and I'm going to start in Joppa again. I expect this character's probably going to die pretty quickly, because I don't expect him to do too well, because I don't play these Truekin, at all, pretty much, but whatever. We'll go into this here, and we're going to call this, Davian Hearth. Seems like a good name. Alright, so... Grah! Says Warden Edrix. You embark for the Caves of Qud. Alright, so I'll read this for basically people who have, yet to see my Let's Plays for this game. On the 16th of Ubayut, you arrived at the oasis hamlet of Joppa, along the far rim of Mogbriyi, the Great Salt Desert. All around you, moisture farmers tend to groves of viridian water vine. There are huts wrought with rock salt and brine stalk. On the horizon cuts jungles and strangled chrome steeples and rusted archways to the earth. Further and beyond, the fabled spindle rises above the fray and pierces the cloud-riven sky. Alright, so here we are in Joppa. And we can talk to this guy, I guess. Live and drink, friend. Maybe find shade in Joppa. So, what can you tell me about Joppa? You would be wise to speak of Elder Iridad. Look for his hut to the north. I'm in search of work. Some critters are eating our water vine. Farouk claims he saw one slinking around a vine patch. Ugly little thing, he says. Pale white, 8 legs, an ear-splitting whine. I noticed a bit of red dirt in the water vine pool, the same we find in the soil at the nearby cave to the north we call Red Rock. Travel to the Red Rock and kill as many of these creatures as you can. Bring back the corpse of one too. Elder Iridad will reward your efforts. Alright, so I will accept this task. So let's do that. Now, if I want to, by the way, I can do like a water ritual with this guy to basically, like, you know, make him like me more. And we'll do that right now, I guess. So, you share your water with Mehmet and begin the water ritual. This increases my reputation with, like, you know, this person, so the villagers of Joppa, but it also makes it disliked by other people. So, apparently the Iskari tribe will dislike me now. Winged will dislike me a little bit, and the villagers of Dikush changed by 50, so... Whoever that village of Dikush is, they don't like this guy, apparently. That's good to know. Now, because I basically increased my reputation with these guys, I now have a reputation of -40 with Joppa, which is better than it was before. Mehmet can award an additional 100 reputation, apparently. That's good to know. Live and drink, water brother. Alright, let's get to it, I guess. So, in this game, you're basically exploring, like, you know, the mysterious Caves of Qud. No. So this is the Caves of Qud, like, map, and over here on, like, the left, you got the Great Salt Desert, and over here there's, like, you know, a special place you can go to in the Great Salt Desert, as well as, like, you know, some, like, you know, spots of, like, the Iskari tribe will be around here as well. There's gonna be various villages scattered around this jungle. One will be, like, right here, and there's a lot to see, basically. So yeah, over here we got, like, you know, Kiaka, a jungle village of the ape god worshippers, and their giant mushroom dwellings. Up here we'll have, like, you know, the Great Gate. And over here we'll have, like, the Rusted Archway. And over here, of course, we have the Great Spindle. So, the hollow ground upon which the spindle, a lengthless needle of Maya Blue, makes the earth from where it pursues the firmament. And there's stuff over here, so there's, like, you know, the Bethesda Susa. Ian shifted stone and tombs to angleless architecture of Bethesda's lair. And if I look over here, there's the 6-day stilt. If you want to learn about the Great 6 Stilt, by the way, this person here gives you a quest, so... Wanderer, orphan of the salt, hear me. To the north and west, through the Great Salt Desert, the 6-day stilt splits the earth in two. Seek there the grandeur of Shekinah first among fathers. Release yourself from the burden that Chrome bears on your silky flesh. Go now. What waits for me there? Deliverance waits for all pilgrims. At the site you will find a cathedral, magnificent in its splendor. There are statues erected in honor of the ancient fathers. There are sublime reliefs, depictions of the most cherished occasions. Here, too, the wisdom of Escalus II, our highest priest, and make a donation at the sacred well. Worship at the light sculpture of the Shekheni himself. You will find other pilgrims among the merchants' tents at the Stilt Grounds Bazaar. Other converts and priests. You will be among friends. Now, you can basically dismiss the Skyward can be like, very well, I'll make the journey to see the 6-day stilt for myself. So, basically, you can do that at some point. So, this guy's like a cultist here. Basically, it's Zila of the 6-day stilt. She preaches the chromatic gospel of the Mechanismus. Precious saliva flies from her cracked lips, but she's too wrapped in the music of her words to notice. But if you look at the other guys down here, there's like Mehmet. Years of the desert have taken their toll on his body, but he commands your ear with his voice like few other men. And you wonder what sovereignty he might have come to where he not born a moisture farmer. Yeah, you can look at these other guys. So there's a water vine farmer. The tires of the sweat-stained Chefia thrash into the wind from where they hang about the farmer's neck. Clasped in her gnarled brown hand is a curved vine reaper of iron, which she culls the moisture-swollen wafers from a viridian plant called water vine. You can see what she's basically wearing. She's basically equipped with a woven tunic. She's got an iron vine reaper, and she's got sandals. Alright, well anyways, that's all that stuff. Now, I like to do this initially in like all of my playthroughs, but we're going to go in here, or these other places here. And yeah, I'm just basically going to loot these guys. So, this is not owned by you. Are you sure you want to open it? Yes. Now, if you open these in front of people, they'll get hostile to you, the people in the, the city, so... You don't want to basically loot this stuff when these people can see you doing it, because they will make you pay for it. So, there's some wine verse in here. And if I go over here, there should be more stuff. And, ooh, look at that, we got ourselves a desert rifle. So that's a nice weapon to pick up. So we'll basically take all that stuff. Now, I know there's like a chest over here. And you could try and open it, but because, like, you know, you're seen by everyone, I don't usually try to open that one. By the way, this guy over here is the Tam, the Dromad Merchant. A stoic long-necked man camel. This trader belongs to a race of mercantile desert rovers who men call Dromad. He's equipped with a cloth robe, he's sturdy, and if you, like, talk to him, well, welcome, friend, what do you desire? So you can press Tab or T to open trade, or you can say, what kind of creature are you? I am Dromad, friend, a soul strider. I desire nothing, live and drink. Alright, so here's this guy's shop. I press Tab to open it up. Actually, it's, you know, not what I wanted, by the way, so let's go in here. Here's the shop. So basically you can see your inventory over here. Basically, as you can see, I've got a few grenades, because, you know, I'm a human who basically makes use of this stuff. There's some of my other stuff here. I got a couple water skins. There's the rifle I picked up, a bronze bell axe. And here's all the stuff this guy will be selling to us. He's basically got, like, you know, lots of, like, weapons. I could buy some lead shells, for example, for the desert rifle if I want to. He's got himself a last night skin suit. That's a really nice item there. If I look at it, so a body suit made of structurally black fabric and sticks to the torso. I'll note that there's a couple of values you see, 1 and 3 up there. Basically, those are like your armor and like defense values for like your items. So everything will have like an armor or defense value on it. The first value, the one in blue, will be like your armor, while the, like, you know, circle one will be like your dodge value. So you'll see, like, you know, a steel helmet will basically kill your dodge ability, while you basically get, like, you know, the ability, like, you know, to defend yourself with like the blue value. Now there's a bunch of artifacts down here that basically are like small blocks, gold fleck tube, platinum tube. These are like all powerful, like, you know, potions or weapons that, you know, basically come from like the years gone past. So I'll note this is basically a apocalyptic like roguelike, and essentially the idea here is that you can have like a weird artifact like, you know, like this, and it could be a grenade, or you can have a tube like this, and it could be like, you know, a potion that basically heals you. Like it's like a salve of some sort. Down here there's a bunch of melee weapons and other stuff, but we won't worry about this too much. So let's just get going. Eyes are enough for nothing, live and drink. Now don't play if you look at the sign here. Tam, it's not letting me look at the sign, never mind. But there's me, by the way, it's you. There's what I'm equipped with, so basically I got an implant, the air current microsensor. I got a steel mace, a lit torch, a steel gauntlets, and other stuff. I'll note, by the way, that I don't actually want to have a lit torch right now, because I don't have any reason to have a lit torch, so let's go over here. We're just going to go and basically turn this out. So, extinguish it. No point wasting my torch if I don't need to. It's currently like daylight at the moment in this game. As you can see, I started with a steel mace, so that's a nice weapon to beat people with. I also got some steel gauntlets, the leather boots. Basically, the True can usually start with better equipment than like the other race, like, you know, the mutants. So there's some nice stuff I basically have access to here. I'll note, by the way, navigating with like the 7-9 here, basically let me navigate through the, you know, various menus and stuff. I'll note, by the way, that I probably want to put on a desert rifle, so we're going to put this on, and we're just going to equip it to our right missile weapon. Now I basically have, like, you know, the desert rifle equipped as my missile weapon. You can basically equip, you know, a weapon in your right hand, your left hand, and you can also have, like, you know, a ranged weapon to make use of. Right now I've basically got this, like, you know, missile weapon to make use of, which will be very nice. I'll probably buy some bullets to make use of it, so we'll do that, I guess, next. Let's go talk to Tam, and we're just going to begin our trade. I'm probably going to sell off the bronze bell axe because it's not too important to me, so let's sell this. That will give me 1 dram of, like, water. So I'll note in this game, drams are basically, like, you know, your currency, and your currency is actually water. And I'm basically going to spend on my stuff here a bunch of, like, you know, lead slugs, basically what I want, so we'll buy 61 lead slugs. That's basically going to cost me 1.74 free drams to get. I can try to negate that a little bit by having, like, say, a little bit of, like, you know, torches. Alright, the plus and minus sign. So we're just going to drop this down into, you know, something a little bit more sane. basically, I'll have like, you know, simple offers like 1.75 grams to his 1.74. Basically, what this will mean is that I've got like, you know, basically a deposit over him, and what's going to happen? He's going to trade me basically those bullets for my 2 torches and a bronze. So let's just do that. We'll offer it. Trade complete. Now, basically at this point, no like money change chance because we basically just bartered like, you know, our stuff there. We didn't actually trade any water. But note by the way, in this game, water is like your resource for both, you know, drinking as well as for currency. So if I go to like, you know, my inventory here, I basically have 31 drams of water and 32 drams of water. And these are like, you know, basically what this means is I got 63 drams of currency. So that's basically what this bar is all about. And as you can see, it basically cost me like, you know, 8 pounds to carry this much grams of water, 9 pounds to carry this much grams of water. You have to be like, you know, careful with like, you know, how much water you basically have, because like, you know, it will overweight you basically to carry your money. Basically in this game, water is your money and it weighs, you know, a ton to carry around lots of money. So you have to be careful about it. Alright, I've ran on enough at this point. Let's just go look around at the other stuff in this place. I'll note up here, I can look up here, and there's like a statue. So, Shrine to Ufried, the Briny Devil. I can look at it. So, Shrine to Ufried, the Briny Devil. The shrine depicts the significant event from the life of the ancient Sultan Ufried. In 447, Ufried appointed a corrupted minister as Minister of College Quarter Cabal. He mandated association with urchins in Ufried's name. So that gives you a location to learn about. So there's the location of College of Cabal. And you note the location of the College of Cabal in your locations, historic sites, sections of your journal. And you have visit a quest to visit the College of Cabal. Alright, so that's basically done. Now if I go to like here, and I go to my like journal section, which is right here. So here's like historic sites. Basically there's the College of Cabal. It's apparently 3 parsecs west and 1 parsec north from Red Rock, so it's very close to us. And I can look at other stuff here. So there's Ufried, and then you can like, you know, read this stuff if you want to as well. By the way, there's a chronology of what I've basically done. So on the 16th of Uba-Ut, you arrive in Joppa. In a sacred ritual, you share water with Mehmet. You discover the location of College of Cabal. So basically, it's going to give you a chronology of the order of what's going on in your journal. And there's other stuff in here as well, but whatever. By the way, here's my quest. So right now, I basically have the quest travel to Red Rock to discover what's going on in Red Rock. Find the critters, basically, and, like, you know, deal with them. Get his critter and bring it back. Then there's, like, you know, the glorious second out pilgrimage to the 6-day Silt and visit the College of Cabal. So basically getting lots of quests right away. Alright, let's go in here. We're going to talk to the Elder. Essentially, there's, like, his Elder here, and there's, like, the 6-day Silt person. So, Elder Uridad. A hunchbacked ancient wrapped in a black robe. His smile is warm. Protruding from his back is a stalk hidden under his veil. The stalk forks into the 2 hands, with eyes in their palms. And immediately you know why men follow Uridad. I have no idea what that's all saying, but okay. This guy's loved by the villagers of Joppa, but he's disliked by the Antelopes for burning one of their leaders in effigy. So, I hope if I actually talk to this guy and do like the war ritual, I'll basically get loved by Joppa a little bit more, but the Antelopes are going to dislike me for it, so I gotta watch out for that. But whatever. Let's talk to him. Live and drink, wayfarer. Welcome to the Oasis of Joppa. Here you'll find a shade and victual, along with other provisions to help you better scour the rust caves for treasure. Above all else, you may drink of our fresh water and quench your thirst. What can you tell me about Joppa? Joppa is an oasis hamlet nestled between the eastern reaches of the Great Salt Pans and the jungles of Qud. We are a community of water vine farmers. These groves lie along some of the few tracts of land tame enough to grow water vine. What can you tell me about Qud? Qud is a strange and terrifying mesa to the northeast. Her tainted rivers breathe life in all its motley forms. Her poisoned jungles shelter priceless relics of a forgotten past. But that is just the half of it. For Qud's most precious treasure, and her most hideous children, lie within innumerable chrome caverns beneath the scarlet loams. Deploy those silver hollows, a spry adventurer's dream. The years have wizened me beyond such foolish ambitions, but you, be not deterred so. Alright, my thanks, Elder. Live and drink. So, I'm hitting the wrong thing there. Now, if you want to, basically, you can, do, the water ritual of this guy. So, basically, I do believe in the water ritual. Just makes the villagers drop to like me a lot more, but it makes the guys, like, you know, who are antelopes hate me. No, but as you basically, like, get more, like, you know, reputation of these guys, you'll be able to, like, to, basically be able to, get access to, like, you know, stuff that basically, like, you know, will help you. Like, I can learn harshly from him if I get enough reputation for it. Or if, like, you know, I get a lot of reputation, and, like, ask me to join me, which is something I can do. But you can also trade these guys, but usually they don't have anything, you know, worthwhile. Basically, I've got a couple books here, but whatever. Now, I'll note there's actually something else to note here. Basically, if I go up here, and you'll notice that right here it says, like, you know, you swim through a small crack of 2,000 grams of salty water. Right here is like an entrance that you can go down, and this will actually take you to a very important dungeon. So, you have finished the step. Travel the Red Rock of the quest. What's eating a water vine? And this gives you awards with future experience. Now, note, boy, I'm not going to basically be down here because I don't have my torches. And for a simple reason that the stuff down there is probably going to kill me. So I'm not going to go down there just yet. By the way, over here, there's a glowfish. Hello, glowfish. Luminous flex split beneath the water's surface. Space Lemur is docile. If I want to attack this guy, so... by the way, you can actually also talk to, like, the glowfish if you want. Live and drink, Aqua friend. But yeah, you can attack him. Let's kill him, get some experience for it. Now, in here is like a mechanist shop, so we can talk to this guy if we want. By the way, there's also a strange artifact over there, so... there's like an engraved artifact, basically, that you can look at, and other stuff. By the way, anything that's engraved you can look at to basically get, like, you know, a bit of, like, lore about. And here's Argive. An old man with his sand and soot in his beard. Innumerable baubles and curious clutter his workshop. Shaded from the sun seer by a sheet of metal pitched upon the roof of his hut. One of Argive's bushy eyebrows is perpetually cocked, though whether that is owed to insatiable curiosity or forehead mutation is unknown. Let's talk to him. Mumbling. Tensile strength of rebellion, but lacking in dino elasticity. Retro-fretting the M-band would probably... Oh, I didn't notice you there. That's because I was ignoring you. Mumbling. Noting a trace yield of synthetic linseed solvent. Mumbling. Unexpected deviation from the clank constant. Clear throat lally. Must you disturb me? What are you? Some sort of treasure hunter? At the very least, make yourself useful and bring me knick-knack from one of the caves. I may reward you. Where can I find such cave? There are caves everywhere, you dolt. This is Qud. Try the rush wells just east of here. I'll return with your knick-knack. See, basically this guy gives you a quest. And by the way, I've already finished the step because I already have knickknacks on me because I'm, you know, a true kin. Basically, I've got access to, like, the deflating grenade here, so if I look at this... whoops. Basically, I can look at this. This is like a deflating grenade. It's basically a bow pipe with a pull ring, and you can use that to do stuff. There's also a fungicide grenade here that can be used to, like, kill, like, you know, fungicide stuff. But let's just talk to him. You're standing in my light. What do you want? So here's your knick-knack. We're going to give it a deflating grenade right now, and get some experience for it. And there we go. You complete the quest. Fetch Argive a knick-knack. It appears you may be useful after all. Now go fetch me another trinket, if I must. Now I could, like, give him another trinket there, but we're actually gonna, like, just try and find one, I think. So we'll do that instead. Now I think before I head out, by the way, there's a cat. So here is Sisyphus. One starboard night, a ray cats crossed into the marshy loam and watered in Joppa. The Warvine farmers, wakened by the joyful cries of a small girl, gathered around to revel at the favourable omen, and extol the generosity of the beetle moon. Since then, Sisyphus has spent his days curled under the shade of the brine-stalk huts, and sauntering over dirt paths. So long as he's approached with care, he welcomes the hands of friends and strangers alike. But if you do this, you can, like, you know, talk to him. And basically you can start to glow, which basically makes it very easy to explore around stuff. Now, before I go, I want to note that I can actually trade this guy, and anything that's basically engraved, I can look at. So, basically, I can look at this. It's engraved. You'll basically get, like, a little bit lore. And by the way, if I can wear this, you get a reputation with the cult of telescope dancer. Apparently, that's good to know. So basically, there's, like, you know, the lore. And I like to sometimes do this to get the lore, because, you know, you never know when it might be important. So there's a paint hand X. If I look at it, it basically tells you a little bit about the Sultan Urfriadad. And if you wear it, basically gives you a reputation with the mate of Kishinev, legendary Archanaut Brood. Oh, it got me a quest there, apparently. That's good to know. So let's actually read that what that's all about, apparently. So, painted. This item is painted with the scene from the life of the ancient Sultan Urfriadad. While traveling through the barracks quarter Dukash, Urfriadad stopped at a tavern in Kibnia Tangle. There he lost his prize, the Lytixa Grazendower, to a local thief. He cursed the tavern and left Kibnia Tangle. So apparently there's a quest basically to get the that item right there, I think. So if I go to my journal here, I have to go to quest here actually. You'll see basically you can recover the item. So locate the historical relic at the the Kibnia Tangle recover is basically what that's all about. I don't know where that is, but you know, basically now I know that there's a place called that. Alright, at this point we're basically done in Joppa, but before I go out here, I want to note that basically, I actually now know where like stuff is. Like, if you look over here, there's like, you know, the College of Cabal. So, in the still marsh waters and shrouded in months of fireflies, here structures the ancient quarter where the Eaters carried out their academic studies. So, basically there's a special place that I could go visit at some point. We're going to go to Red Rock up here though, so that's where we're going to head up to right now. Now, I know by the way if I want to take a walk on the world map, but for the first little while, I like to like just manually walk around, so we're just doing that instead. By the way, up here is a graveyard and other stuff, so there's a shrine to someone else. So the shrine depicts the civilian event from the life of the ancient Sultan Urfriadad. Acting against the prohibition on the practice of seasoning food, Urfriadad led an army to the gates of the hamlet of Kimes. He freed its citizens and they proclaimed him Sultan of Qud. In his honor, they changed the name of the hamlet of Kimes to Urfriadad City. So basically, you know, there's a little bit of, you know, lore for us there. By the way, over here's a graveyard. So if I want to go like look at the stuff in here. So there's a tombstone. Here lies the body of Munyatep Kishatep. He was thrown from a cliff by flowers. So flowers killed this man. There's a tombstone. Here rests Nimutep, drowned in a lake by Mekmed Zilot. And down here we got another thing, so that's me. There's a tombstone in memory of Nishwemtep. He overdosed on Uberstum Injector. Oh, that's good to know. There's ways to die in this game, right? And here rests Nebas. Alright, well let's just get going. We're basically just going to go up toward Red Rock, so let's do that right now. And let's see here. Now, I'll note by the way we got an enemy right off the bat, so I gotta be very careful. There's a croc. He's basically, his hoary cracked scales look like a marked stone. I'll note that with the croc here, he is hostile to like other stuff. And my glow dims until he's extinguished. Basically what I can do with the croc is I can try and like, you know, kite him to like toward enemies over here. I think. Or not. These guys will attack other stuff, but I guess he's going to attack me for sure. So we got wounded apparently. That's good. Let's attack him. So you miss. Basically in this game you're going to do like dice rolls to hit stuff. So the croc doesn't penetrate your armor with a bite. And boom, you hit for times 3 for 8 damage with your steel mace. I'll note by the way at the start of the game, a lot of stuff is going to be very dangerous for you to fight, like a croc. So you want to be very careful fighting stuff, but at the same time you want to basically get your experience as well. What's this over here? So there's a Mechless Pilgrim. The pilgrim wears a costume of humility, simple frock, wide brim hat, and cerulean scarf, slouched back and weary eyes. So interesting, there's a Mechless over here. For some reason he's walking across, you know, over here for some reason. So we can talk to this guy. Glory to Shekinah. I want to basically trade with this guy. So he's basically got himself a he got a copper nugget. He's got some mind wafers. So he's got some interesting stuff, this guy here. Now, note by the way, trading your money for like copper nuggets is usually a good idea because copper nuggets only weigh a pound, while like your water can weigh a lot. So that's something I may want to do at some point. But whatever, let's just leave him alone. Now, one reason I'm walking around is because I'm looking for stuff to kill. And glowfishes are actually really good to kill early on, so let's attack them. And we'll try and get experience from them. So, you gained a level. You are now level 2. You gain 3 hit points and some skill points. Now, a note, by the way, if I go into my skills and all that stuff, basically in this game, your skills will basically determine like what you can basically do in this game. At the start of the game, my guy started with a little bit of cudgel proficiency as well as slam. So basically, when I activate this, I can make an attack with my cudgel to an adjacent opponent, basically improve my base to hit them. And I'm also proficient in cudgel, so I have a higher chance to hit them with it as well. If I'm lucky, I can basically get some more stuff with this stuff here. And I'm just going to close this other stuff in here for now. So I'll probably like start like, training my cudgel stuff here early on, just so you can see what that's all about. I may go for other stuff as well, like, acrobatics might be useful to get, but whatever. I haven't determined what type of character I'm going to make, but I know I'm going to be using maces, so that's something I'll be doing. Now, I've actually forgotten to do it, but it's worth knowing you actually have abilities in this game. And right off the bat, I've got, like, slam right here to, like, attack stuff. And if I hit, basically I'll slam the opponent backwards up to free spaces, knock him away. Also got a sprint ability, as well as, like, ability to make camp. So lots of stuff I can basically do. Now, I'll note, by the way, once I attack that, thing over here, these are like glow pads, by the way. A distal leaf of luminous veins. Basically, once I attack them, it should all be hostile, these guys. But we're just going to kill them all, so let's do that. I'll note, by the way, you want to be very careful attacking these guys, because they can kill you if you're not careful. So I'm going to try and, like, hit them where they don't have, much chance to hit me. Now, note this character is very strong in melee, so I'm going to have like, a big advantage in killing these things. But I don't want to be complacent either, because as you can see, they do hurt. By the way, you also give off light these things, so it's nice if you want to, see what you're doing. Also, by the way, if I want to, make a campfire. And at campfires, you can, like, cook stuff. I'll note, by the way, if you don't, like, have, like, if you don't want to basically pursue cooking all that much, all you do is, press the cook option here. And you just whip a meal of anything. So, fire breathes into warmth for your bones, whip a meal. Rummaging through your surroundings, you find these ingredients, like gem cutter's left arm, a sprinkle of full creek flake, and a gem cutter's left arm. So, you toss them into a pot and stir. You eat the meal. So basically, you'll, with, like, the cooking in this game, you'll just randomly do stuff like that, which lets you, like, cook up your surroundings, basically, and, like, make a random meal to heal, feed yourself. Nice little thing, basically, you can do. Let's see here. I want to go to my equipment. At this point, because it's dark, I want to basically light my torch, so we're going to do that. Light. And now I can see what the hell I'm doing. I'll note that it's possible for, like, the, what do you call them? The Truekin to have, like, a ability to, like, see in the dark if you want them to. Which can be useful. But I went for something else, the ability to see stairs, which is, I think, more valuable to me. Let's attack these, glow pads to get experience from them. I'll note, by the way, that early on, everything's going to give you lots of experience to, like, kill, like, even though, like, the weak stuff. So it's worth, like, killing even glow pads to, like, get your experience up. Just a few of them, just to get to level 3 or more. I will note, by the way, you have to be very careful, though. The more, like, you kill, the more, like, I believe factions will get pissed off at you. And that is something that can happen. Like, the fish can get angry at you, for example, and become hostile. Kill that. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, my character's avatar basically changes color as, like, he does stuff. So, basically, if I walk through water, I'll basically get wet. If I walk through, like, slimy substances, I'll get covered in slimy substances. Well, here's a glowfish corpse. Why is there a glowfish corpse there? Oh, there's an alligator. And as you can see, it's basically in, like, it's got it covered in sap. Apparently this guy hit me for 1. That sucks. But let's kill him. Apparently this character is pretty strong, so I'm quite happy about that. Sometimes with Truekin, you'll have, like, basically, like, very weak characters. Because they don't have, like... Basically, the thing about Truekin, in this game it's mutated humans and it's Trukin. And the thing about the Trukin is that they don't have like the special abilities of like the mutants. So I can't like zap things and make them frost with like frost hands or electrocute them. I have to rely on my core stats basically to kill stuff. And there we go, we're level 3. I gained more hit points, gave me a tribute point, and skill points. By the way, if I step in like sap, as you can see, I basically get sappy, so if I look at myself, basically currently I'm fine, I guess. Oh, that's what's happening. I'll note by the way, when I'm basically below 25% health, I turn green because I'm basically fine. But as I get more blooded and injured, I'll basically turn, orange and red and stuff like that. So, I forgot about that. Now, I'll note by I got myself a tribute point, so if I go over to my stuff, my character, I can basically drop in a tribute point into something here to basically make it better. I'm probably going to focus on toughness or strength of my character, because he's basically a tank. But I'll do that later for now, I think. For now, I want to basically save my points for other stuff. And my skills here I might want to go into at some point. Bludgeoning. Whenever you hit with a cudgel, there's a 50% chance to daze your opponent. That's actually really good to get for cudgels. And there's also charge strike. When you charge with a cudgel and hit, you automatically daze your opponent. I'll know by the way that there's actually like a charging feat that you can basically get with your character. It should be down in one of the other things here. Is it endurance? No. And it should, it's tactics, I think. So if I go to tactics here, there's basically a charge ability you can get, and basically you charge forward 2 or 3 squares and perform melee attacks. Basically in this game, there's actually ability you can learn called charge, but it lets you get to close to stuff if you need to. There's also juke, so activate cooldown 40. You move 1 square at no cost, so you swap squares with a hostile opponent. Pretty awesome ability. I'll do tactics at some point, but for now let's just get bludgeoning, I think, so we'll do that. By the way, I also get heavy weapons here, so I got strapping shoulders. You shoulder your weapon more effectively. 2-handed guns count for half their weight towards your encumbrance. And heavy weapons, your skill with heavy weapons. I got tank. You suffer no movement pen while wielding a heavy weapon or sweep. You fire 5 shots with your heavy weapon, sweeping over a 90-degree cone. So this is like a nice thing to use with very heavy firearms. But yeah, let's get bludgeoning here. This will let me basically bludgeon my enemies to death, which would be very awesome. Now, no boy that I'm actually not that familiar with the game anymore as it was when I first played this game with the mutant. It's been several months since I played that playlist, and apparently it's bright out again. So let's just go into my equipment, and I'm gonna basically unlight this torch. At some point I'll find better stuff to light my way, but for now it's whatever. All right, here we are. We found Red Rock. Now, as you can see, I can see a staircase on this map because I basically have the micro sensor. So that's awesome. But let's look around here a little bit and see what I can see. Somehow I should find monkeys in this area, so we're going to see if we can find any monkeys and kill them. Oh, there's a goat. Hello, goat. Die, goat. So we killed the goat. We got 25 experience for killing him. Awesome. Okay, let's go over to Red Rock here. And as you can see, it's a couple of passages to get in here. Now, I'm probably going to end the episode right here. So, you basically start out. If I go to my equipment, we're going to light our torch here. And next time, we'll basically start exploring Red Rock. So far, I hope you guys have enjoyed, the start of this run. And, the lore that you can basically, just grasp it, a little bit there. There's lots of, detail in this game. Basically, there's lots to explore and read and stuff like that. Myth and, it's all around a myth, by the way, as well. But whatever. For now, take care, I think. I'll see you guys in the next episode.